made of protons to almost the speed of light. And then we slammed them into each other millions of times per second, briefly recreating the conditions of the universe as they were just a fraction of a second after the Big Bang, 13.8 billion years ago. And then we collect a record of the debris of these collisions, and then analyze it later, one of the largest data sets in human history, analyze it to look for evidence of undiscovered particles that could be answers to the biggest open questions of science. And in 2012, when we announced the discovery of this Higgs boson, there was champagne and celebration, and for the prediction of the particle back in the 60s, 2 white males won the Nobel Prize. What else is new? And it was fantastic, a wonderful, wonderful collision, or it's a wonderful discovery, but there was a problem too. There was a lot of head scratching that went on because we probably should not have found this particle at all. The largeness of experiments like the Large Hadron Collider is important because larger machines allow us to get to higher collision energies. And thanks to Einstein's famous equivalence between energy and mass, E equals mc squared, if nature has a particle with a mass m, and we've only ever built a collider that gets an energy that's up to E here, we'll never discover it. So this is important because for the Higgs boson, there is nothing in our theory to prevent it from being something gigantically huge, way outside of the range of the Large Hadron Collider. Nothing prevents that from happening. And in particle physics, if something is not prevented, it probably is supposed to happen. It probably will happen. But we found it down here. That's weird. That makes no sense. Why would the Higgs boson be sitting right here? One way to explain this that would be very, very, very nice is if there were a few extra particles that we would find just around the same place as the Higgs boson. And this would do something that was called regulate the Higgs mass. You don't need to know the details, but if that were true, that would be a fantastic explanation because the Higgs boson, let's be clear, is very, very important. The Higgs boson is proof positive that something called the Higgs field exists. And the Higgs field is more or less invisible jelly that permeates all of space all the time.